Welcome into Wideside Sports after a little brief hiatus again because I'm a busy fucking person and just deal with it.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, thanks.
We'll bring you the funny, maybe.
Welcome to the fucking show.
There ain't nothing going on anyways.
I was just thinking that the NBA finals are done, and then I just saw that the hockey finals are done. I was like, there's no more sports, and then I forgot. Oh yeah, baseball's still playing, but
they had a benches clearing brawl, and I tried watching that on Twitter, and I couldn't even get into that because it's bullshit.
Yeah,
everybody's like, "Oh, this is like."
They're just trying to
like UFC exists, right? Like,
Yeah.
Go watch that. It's way better.
Speaking of that, we'll go ahead and get kicked off with that. That card this weekend is absolutely phenomenal.
Stacked.
Oh my goodness.
The Max Holloway fight.
It's weird to me that there's now I know the first time they fought, Volkanovski won. The second one they fought, everybody else but the judges thought Holloway won that one. But he didn't.
Yeah. He's 0-2 and having
Yes, and why are you having a third fight? I find that one weird.
Now, me personally, I think Max won both fights.
Okay.
He beat the fuck out of him. Now, Volkanovski landed more, I guess you can say he landed more strikes, mainly because he kicked his fucking legs.
Yeah.
That's what he did.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Max tuned his face up.
Yeah.
And Volkanovski landed a bunch of leg kicks of like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, he's just trying to wear his ass down. But no, I just thought that was weird. Since he is 0-2, I was like, why is there a third fight? But no. It's good.
And Max is fun to watch,
He
man.
is fun to watch.
Freaking throws.
He does, man.
Well, you got Sugar Sean.
I know, my guy,
jumping
Sugar
the card
Sean.
off.
Yeah. I really want him, because he's not fighting a slouch, but I want him to do well. That way he does get an opportunity to keep bumping up, because the last time he had a halfway decent fight, he rolled his ankle in like the middle of the first round.
Got beat.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't want him to get thrown away. You know what I mean? I just want that. I want him to win a couple.
It's one of those things, too, of like, they say that, like, it's hard of who do you believe?
Mm-hmm.
He hurt his ankle. He kind of rolled it or whatever. Like, well, like 30 seconds before that happened, he took a massive kick to the calf, which can deaden a nerve and cause you to. So it's like you can say,
he rolled his
but I
ankle.
have a feeling that you got nerve kicked.
Yeah.
And your foot went dead. And
I'm
not saying you didn't roll your ankle.
Yeah.
I'm saying maybe your nerve went dead and you didn't know where your fucking foot was and it wasn't operating properly.
Yeah. It's a weird feeling when that happens.
Yeah. I've been living with it for the better part of 6 months now. I roll my ankle all the time.
Yeah.
But that's the Sugar Sean thing. He's been very adamant that he's not going to move up the card until he gets his new contract. And he got this fight and another fight left.
Yeah.
Then he'll get a new contract, and then he's like, if I'm making 30-30, which is probably what his contract is, if you're not a champion, you can't renegotiate. That's just what you get.
Yeah.
Then you get a $50,000 fight of the night or whatever you want. But he's came out and said that of like, why would I go fight a top 5 guy for a 30-30?
Mm-hmm. No, he's right.
I mean, I'll get through this. I've been on the main card for however long. Big name, selling. I'll get my contract, then we'll start fighting guys because if I lose to those guys on a bad contract,
I'm done.
Yeah. You're done. I mean,
I tried to buy one of his shirts one time, and they're just too like weird for me. Have you ever looked at like
they're very hippie.
Yeah. Got like
color,
the rainbow and like I just want like a gray shirt that says Sugar on it.
Show.
Yeah, Sugar on it. That's all I want.
The one, I mean, it's such a good of another right hand from Sugarland.
Yeah.
But like the design fucking sucked.
It sucked. And then it was like green and pink. I'm like,
it's like, I'm an adult. I don't smoke pot all the time. Yeah, I mean, that's that's what your whole deal is, which he sells like weed products and stuff. But it's like, hey, some people just want to have that shirt to just kind of wear around.
Yeah. I don't really feel, I don't know if I could, I'm already large enough. I don't need a pink and lime green shirt to draw attention. Yeah.
It's like you're walking around in fucking tap out gear.
Yeah.
Those days are over. Affliction shirts.
Yeah, tap out and your buckle jeans.
Yeah.
American Fighter.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's probably out there.
I'm sure there are, but
I think that's funny to me. I'm not a person who like dresses up when they go out. Like I think you could probably guess that. I wear shorts pretty much anytime I can, and if not, it's probably sweatpants.
Yeah.
But the people who find themselves,
it's weird that you did that at your wedding.
Yeah, I didn't go over well.
jacket and sweatpants. Fucking sleeveless T-shirt, jacket and sweatpants.
It had a tie on. But like the people who wear like the fancy jeans and they just wear like an American Fighter shirt, they're like, oh, I'm dressed up. Like, for what? That's not that dressed up to you.
Said I'm an old guy, but I mean, at what age can you not wear jeans that have designs on pockets?
Yeah, there should be a cutoff on that.
It's kind of like, well, and here my other one being, and this is not, I mean, it's not a directed shot at you.
Yeah, it is though.
But you're going to catch some stray off of it. Of like at what age, like jerseys, because you're a jersey guy.
No, I'm not.
But you wore jerseys to games and shit.
I don't have one jersey.
Oh, well, then it's not a shot at you.
Yeah, no.
At what point in time do you start, stop having another man's name on your back?
I have a theory for that. When you're older than that person's jersey you're wearing, it's time to stop.
Yeah.
That's my belief. When you're a kid, I mean, if you're 25 years old and you're wearing a Tom Brady jersey, I can get okay with that. When you're 40 years old and you're wearing a Baker Mayfield jersey, I find that too. It's too much. You know, it's done. It's time and over with. I think when you're older than the person's jersey you have, you should not wear that out and about.
But I'm willing to concede the T-shirt.
The T-shirt
that has a number name and stuff like that. It's the jersey.
Yeah, and it's not even like the cheap jersey. It's like the stitch. Like the numbers are stitched.
Like
the name
I spent $197 on this. Of like, fucking why?
Why? No, I'm not a jersey guy. I think I wore a jersey. The last jersey I wore to a game, I was probably 20. It was a Von Miller jersey.
I think the last jersey I had was a Sean Springs jersey from Seattle, which is what, 97, 96?
Yeah, probably early 2000s, probably.
No, I was still in high school.
Oh, okay.
It was the year he got drafted.
Oh, okay.
So you're like 96. Like, yeah. So I was like a junior, or,
Yeah.
Sean Springs fucked stud.
Yeah, it was, yeah. I had the longest jersey I think I ever had until there was a fax problem. I had an Elvis Dumervil jersey for like 10 years when he was with the Broncos. And that's the longest, probably, you know what I mean? Because it seemed like when I was a kid, every jersey that I would get for like my birthday or Christmas, they would be traded the next year.
Yeah.
I had a 6 jersey spread of guys who got traded. I had right when I first started getting into it, I had a Brian Greasy jersey right after Elway was on. He didn't last much longer with the Broncos. Done. Then I had a Clinton Portis jersey. He was traded to the Redskins at the time for Champ Bailey. Then I had a Trevor Price jersey. He was a defensive end. Went to the Ravens the very next year. I mean, I went through a freaking slew of jerseys where they were gone the very next year. So I quit buying jerseys for a while.
I had one that I wore a lot, which is weird because it was a college jersey, and it wasn't Ohio State. It was Penn State. It was Kajana Carter jersey. And they had Nike. And at that point in time, Ohio State wasn't Nike till well later. So this is, early 90s?
Yeah.
And he got drafted by the Bengals. So I had his college jersey. And then just instantly, like the first game, he gets tackled out of bounds, falls weird, breaks his wrist, and then just fucking
doesn't come back again.
Bengals shit. 90s Bengals stuff of like, here's a super good dude. He gets hurt. He never plays again,
Yeah. I did the year after AJ Hawk was drafted by the Packers. I had gotten the big stitched Ohio State 47 Hawk jersey, red. I mean, it's sweet. It looks like the actual game worn jersey, but that's signed and it's hanging up in my little spare room that I have.
Who signed it?
Oh, I did. I just put AJ and no, but yeah, that was one of my favorite ones because I was such a big AJ Hawk fan when I was a kid.
Yeah, I mean, we used to do autograph shit all the time, especially because that was kind of the thing we did. I can't the Bengals training camp. I think maybe it was at Wilmington for a long time.
Yeah.
And we went every year. So I'm going to say this probably 93, 94, 95-ish.
Yeah.
Well, I know it was because boys and girls won state and stuff like that. But that was just the coolest thing because you got all this shit and they have to walk from their dorms to their meeting rooms and it's like a 200-yard
stretch.
Autographs from everywhere.
Yeah.
So I want to say that was the because drafted Dan Wilkinson.
Yeah.
And it was like the crazy, because what did he run a 40 at like 4.5?
Something like that. Yeah.
Massive. You know, before.
Yeah, before that was
he
popular.
was one of the first guys of like, oh my God. But I'll never forget like Steve Tovar. Walk like, dude, like his neck was wider than his head.
Yeah.
It was like.
Yeah. And I've said it a bunch. Nobody knows how big those fucking guys are until you're standing right the fuck there. Everybody knows that they're big, but you just don't realize how small of a person you are.
Yeah.
Until you're standing right next to them. Oh, one of the other jerseys I had a Reuben Jones jersey. Was supposed to be this next big running back. Broncos drafted him. The very next season is when the Browns traded all 4 defensive linemen and 2 first-round picks for him. Do you remember when that big stupid trade happened? I'm like, it's like Courtney. They had drafted Courtney Brown, and he was part of the package, and then a first-round pick, and then 3 other Kendall Lang and all these guys, and it's like, well, that was my jersey. Like I literally threw away 4 jerseys when I was between the ages of 6 and 12.
Yeah,
just dumb.
Well, that was like on the basketball side of it. It was I seen it the other day because when Shaq said something about Orlando Magic.
Uh-huh.
So I had one of the fucking, and they showed a picture of him.
Yeah.
In his warm ups. I had that warm up.
Nice.
That was when with the tearaways and stuff. That was fucking awesome. But like there was that time frame right at the end. Well, it might have been in Jordan's, when he went away for a year or so.
Yeah.
Where it was, they talk about Jordan all the time and compare people, but there was this small little window where they're like kids in college. They're like, this is the next Michael Jordan right here.
Yeah.
And it was like 3 or 4 years in a row, and these guys, they're getting drafted top 5, top 3, top 2. This is next Michael Jordan, and just fucking garbage. Like they make it a year and get cut, and it's like.
So when I was I'm sure it's probably still a thing, but like when I was in college, like the basketball jersey trend first started to kick up for like partying.
Oh yeah,
like you would just wear like the basketball jersey. So I thought it'd be cool, and I had a Magic Shaq jersey.
Okay.
That I would wear and stuff, and then I got too fat for it. But it was. I thought it was cool.
That's always a weird thing too, of like, because the basketball jersey is just it's an odd tank top.
Yeah,
like it fits weird.
Oh, it fits super weird.
But it's like, do you wear a t-shirt under it? Because that can look stupid. But then also, it also looks stupid when you don't.
Well, I didn't,
because it doesn't wear like a regular, especially back then. Now they're a little white. They used to be like fucking spaghetti strap type things. Like Jesus, but now they're a little wider.
Yeah.
But
no, I let the old chest cabbage hang out of mine.
Nice, nice.
It wasn't, but
nipple would poke out every once in a while.
Oh yeah,
make an appearance.
The worst part about it was I wore it down to OU one time, a buddy party, and it was during the day. And we woke up the next morning, and my nipples were chafed so bad because it's that it was legit a jersey material.
Just rubbing.
Yeah, it's hot. It was just awful. I was sweating my ass off.
It's always like when you hear about marathoners taping their nipples.
Yeah,
like you make fun of it until you have a situation where like your nipple gets sensitive.
Oh yeah,
it's like, oh my God, this is I can't do anything.
It's the worst.
One of the worst that I had when I was back in my day, I spent a lot of time at bars, especially in the wintertime. I didn't have a lot to fucking do.
Yeah.
And like my elbows were rubbed raw
from sitting on the bar.
From sitting at the bar. Because I'd be there every fucking day for weeks on end.
Uh-huh.
And like anything I did, like I had little rub marks that my fucking elbows hurt.
Like, man, why are my elbows hurt so bad?
I mean, like you put your shirt on, your shirt would rub against your elbow, and it's like, like. But I still didn't have trouble going and putting them on the bar when I'm drinking beer. So I'm injured. My elbows are bad.
My elbows are bad.
Beer drinking days.
I got calluses now.
They're all calloused up now.
Hey.
All right, let's tell this story.
Okay.
So at my job, we have a shop cat.
Mm-hmm.
Joey.
Yeah.
He's had a tough life. Now, he was actually legit rescue. Not like from he'd been hit by a car, like broke his back and missing an eye.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he's probably 13 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just ragged.
Yeah.
So, his back, like if you would pet him, like you could feel like his,
Yeah, gross.
then obviously missing an eye. And he's at the point where he's going deaf now. I mean, he was,
on his way out anyway.
Yeah. At some point.
Yeah.
I mean, so this is the funny thing of, so my boss leaves town for a few days. So obviously I'm the big shot now. It is no shit. Literally within 3 hours of him leaving, I pull up to the shop, go in, get something to drink, do something on the computer, come back out, jump my cart. And in that time frame, which is maybe 5 minutes, he was under my cart in the shade. And I took off and fucking trucked him. So literally.
Yeah.
Literally less than, I mean, it might not even have been 3 hours. Like he left, like the boss left at like 8, and this happened before fucking lunch.
Oh, shit.
Of like, boy, I've been in charge for less than 3 hours.
Cat's dead.
Well, he wasn't dead yet.
Oh, God.
I broke his legs.
Yeah.
So I had to put him down. Fucking worst part.
Yeah.
Only had a box cutter.
Oh, God. Stab the cat. Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. I thought you just took him to the vet not 5 minutes up the road. You stabbed him with a box cutter.
We took him to the vet.
Oh, okay. Jesus Christ.
I just wanted to see.
Oh, my God. I was like, oh, my God. In the back, my first thought was, Jesus Christ, that's brutal. And then my second thought was, like, you got to do what you got to do.
He was suffering.
Yeah, it's done.
So I had that thought when I was thinking about when Peter shaved Quagmire's cat. He's like, wow.
Peter's dead.
Yeah, so,
wow.
Put the cat down.
Yeah.
It's only been there for like 9 years.
I'm
in charge for 3 fucking hours.
Good job.
Cat's dead. So, obviously my boss calls me, I don't know, a couple days later or whatever. He's like, hey, how's everything going? I said, course is good, I said, cat, it's dead. Which he knew.
Yeah.
He'd been texted by somebody else. I didn't call to tell him.
Yeah.
He's out of town. I'm not bothering you.
Him.
I'm bothering you with small stuff.
Yeah.
Cat. And he said something. He goes, he was getting rough and it was bound to happen. I said, that's a weird thing, man. I said, I told you I'd do a good job taking care of the course, but I never said anything about that cat. So today I'm driving by one of my fairway mowers. He just stops. So I'm thinking like something's wrong. So I drive over there and he just goes, hey, killer. So I'm like, isn't that something? I said, I've been left in charge for 3 hours and I killed the cat. And I said, you couldn't leave me in charge of a lemonade stand. And he goes, well, I think it's a good thing. Shows your leadership, shows the other employees that you're not going to put up with any of their shit. I like that fucking cat.
I don't know you.
He kept mice out of there and everything.
He should have, when it all happened, you shouldn't have said anything. You just went and got an really old cat, hurt its back and cut its eye out. That way, you could just, here's, Joey's
It'd be
fine.
worse than the fucking box cutter. I'm going to need to break this thing's back and then heal it and then rip its eye out.
All before he gets back in 2 days.
And start pulling fur out of it.
Oh, man. I literally thought you guys stabbed it. That was, that's one way to do it.
Something to that box cutter.
Yep. Got to put out its misery.
Sorry, I seen the fucking bill. I should have.
Yeah. So I have a question about it. When you hit the cat, did you feel it or did you hear it first?
I kind of felt it, and then he went shooting out of there.
Oh, okay.
Didn't break all his legs, just most of them.
Just 3 of the 4.
Like he got out of there, and then I didn't see him for the rest of the day.
Oh.
And our mechanic, who he wasn't there that day, so I texted him. He texted me, he goes, hey, anything break down today? I was like, no, I hit the cat, though. He's like, oh, it's broken legs.
Yep. And just put it down. Did you put it down the next day or that day?
Yeah, it was the next morning.
Okay.
Couldn't find him.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if we would have not found him, he'd have been dead probably within 6-7 weeks.
Yeah.
That was just such a, this week's off to a good start.
Yeah, Jesus. Oh man, that cat. I have a cat killing story. I didn't kill the cat, and you know what? I'm not 100% sure that the cat wasn't already dead when we got there, but we didn't make it any better. So I was in high school, and we pulled in. It was at a buddy's house. My buddy's sister is an absolute cat nut.
Okay.
They have 2 or 3 cats inside. They have like 12 outside. Like, she loves cats. And we pulled in, didn't think anything of it, went inside, started playing video games. Half hour later, pouring down rain. She comes screaming in, "You guys hit Oreo. You guys smashed Oreo." I'm like, we didn't hit any cat. There's no way we hit this cat. We pulled in. No, we heard anything, seen anything, no bump, nothing. "You had to have. She's right by the tire." They're like, "No way." I think the cat was already dead, because when we got out there and we hit it, the cartoons when it gets ran over and it's like pancake flat.
Yeah.
This cat was pancake flat. It was it looked like a cartoon.
Like, it had been hit multiple times.
Yeah, like it had been somebody hit it, and then I had to put it back in reverse.
Backed up to check on it and hit it again.
Yeah, it was flat. And so when we get out there, I'm like, oh, that cat's been dead for a while. It didn't make anything better, but I've never seen an animal, unless it's like decomposed, that flat on the ground. But it was
no cream filling, bullshit name.
Yeah. It was a weird sight, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like, that cat had been dead before we hit it. And we for sure hit it because it was right underneath our tire. So we hit it.
Parked on it?
We parked on it. It was we definitely hit it. We just didn't know we hit it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the other guy that works for me. The cat was always bothering him.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't like the cat.
Yeah.
I said, "Hey, I ran Joey over." He's like, "Oh, he's finally dead." I said, "Well, he's gonna be." All right. Then he comes up and he goes, "Hey, you really fucked me over." Because he'll come in the evening, sometimes cut cups.
Mm-hmm.
On the weekend, he has his kids. His fucking kids are like 10 and 8 or whatever. They play with the cat every other weekend at the golf course. He's like, "My kids love that cat." I was like, "Oh,
sorry.
Time to have that talk."
Yep, you gotta have that talk now that things die. Sorry. Have you ever heard that comedian talk about the dead dog?
No.
It's like
you'd have to be more specific on.
Nate Bargatze.
Yep.
He has this little bit or whatever. He's like, so he goes, "We found out our dog had like cancer, and we weren't, we were just going to let the time take it or whatever." And we kept we told our daughter, and she was like 8 at the time, that we had to talk about the dog's going to die, and so we just kept reminding her that the dog's going to die eventually. Said the dog lived another 1.5 years, so every day for 1.5 years, we told her that the dog was going to die.
I figured that could have been like a once a week thing, maybe.
I told her every day.
It's I tell you what, Nate Bargatze.
I don't know how you say it. You know me with names.
He's incredibly popular, sells a lot of tickets.
Yes,
but it's still like underrated. He is so funny.
He's funny, and for as funny as he is, his podcast is horrible. Have you ever?
I haven't listened to it.
I've listened to it once fully, and then I would hear bits and pieces of it. There's just nobody else on there for him to play off of.
Yeah,
it's him and another guy, and then you have the other guy who just looks up shit the entire time. It's just not. He's very dry, and I feel like
he needs somebody to bang off of if it's not a set.
If it's not a set, yeah. There's
because I've heard him on Rogan. He's funny as shit.
But there's somebody asking him questions to be funny, but it's him leading it.
Yeah,
and there's nobody else to say anything funny back to him. And I was like, your stand-up's hilarious and you're awesome, but my God, that was just very, very boring.
Yeah,
boring.
That's Theo Vaughn's one of those too. His podcast is funny, but then he also gets very serious.
Yeah, and I don't need the serious, but you're Theo.
But, that's part of his thing. But he's one though when he's a guest on somebody's podcast of just the shit. I don't understand how he comes up with most of this shit and how his brain works. But my God.
What is it on Rogan where he's just like, yeah, I never really wanted to be a fish. Like, that's where the hell did that
think about that. Well, he was talking about jerking off and wearing like one of those Chinese like triangle hats, and if you squat low enough, nobody can see you. Like, who
thinks of that?
But yeah, I can't tell you how many times I've watched that clip of him going, I don't know, man. I've never really wanted to be a fish. I'm like,
Rogan almost falls out of his chair. I did enjoy. I messed up, and I had the opportunity to get Bert Kreischer tickets.
Yeah,
when he was down at the Dayton Dragons Stadium, and I just thought it was him, and I'm like, maybe not just him, but the slew of comics that he was bringing with him was fantastic. He had I know he had Mark Norman and Sam Morril with him. And
Mark Norman's freaking hilarious. I would have paid
the money just to see those three.
Yeah.
But there was funny guys, and there was have you ever seen that big blonde chick? She's got really short, like popcorn kind of hair, and she's very, very heavy set lady. She's kind of Southern. She has a weird freaking name too. It's like Florence or something.
I'm sure I have. I find her freaking hilarious. And there's just a bunch of other people. I'm like, man, he is traveling with a bunch of people. I messed up there, but I saw Segura's had like a bunch of different comedians going on, and him and Ron White. Ron White was on his last week or yesterday, whatever it was. But that one was really good. Well, it's usually like when you get, because they all kind of do like the Rogan thing. So like Kreischer and all those, like you don't really have their opener and their middle, and you don't have to work because they're going to bring. They bring people that you need to know about.
Yeah,
I mean,
but he probably had 10 or 12 comedians.
Yeah.
Whether it was, I'm sure he ended it all, but before him, but I'm like, man, those guys, I've listened to lots of their sets just even on TikTok, just scrolling through. I'm like, those guys are funny. Like that'd have been a fun show to go sit at.
That's like Mark Norman, like his Twitter follow.
Yeah.
Is just, and he's another one of like, where'd you come up with that? His stand-up, or no, I'm sorry, another one was Kyle Dunnigan.
Okay.
He's one that does like face swaps and stuff. So he's he plays a Kardashian, and does all that shit. I watched one of his stand-up spots, and he was talking about music. And he goes, "Do you think it was the same back in like the 20s?" Like when it's just this bing, 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 and they were like, fuck yeah, this fucking rocks. And then their parents come in and is like, that's not music. And it's like,
I have the list right here. The lady's name is Fortune Feimster.
Fortune Feimster, yeah.
Feimster, yeah.
Yeah.
She had her, Shane Gillis. I don't know if he's this big white dude. He's funny.
Yeah. Wasn't he the one that got fired off Saturday Night Live for saying something about Asian people?
Yeah, I think so.
On a podcast 3 years ago.
Yeah. Mark Norman, Joey Diaz was there, Dave Attell.
Oh, my God.
Nikki Glazer.
Jesus.
Yeah. Mark Norman was on there. I've heard the Big J Okerson.
He's funny. He's funny, but like you got to be in the mood for him because it's dark.
Yes, it is.
Or not even dark, but like over the edge.
Yeah, I've never heard that Saul guy, Sal from that
Volcano.
Show. Yeah, I've never heard him do stand-up.
I haven't either.
And then Taylor Tomlinson, I think she's
funny.
Yeah, I think I've heard her bits on TikTok, but I'm like, that's who was, I guess, opening for him. But I'm like, that would have been a fun.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense now because he did a thing where he just did like a bus tour and did like
he's doing like all basically like minor league stadiums.
Yeah, and just like whatever the comedy festival kind of thing.
Yeah,
like those are killers.
Yeah, well, that's what I saw the lineup. I'm like, shit, I should have went.
Yeah, that Fortune Feimster, like she's been on some TV shows.
Yeah, there's one TV show where she like wrestles a dude. Like she's you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Life in Pieces.
Life in Pieces. That was a great show. That was a great show.
Yeah, that whole wrestling thing.
She eats a sub like halfway through it.
Yeah,
she's funny to me. I find her funny.
Daughter Scooter with a handicap placard.
Yeah, but I saw the line. I don't know where I saw
would I
that.
order another chocolate fountain? I already have one. That show got canceled. I love that show.
That was good.
And what's his Brolin, the old man.
Yeah, the old man Brolin, yeah.
Freaking hilarious.
Yes. Yeah. he played that dumb old man perfectly. It was great. Yeah, but I just thought, I was like, man, that was.
Yeah,
if I would have known that,
you should have went.
Yeah,
that
if
was
I'd have known
massive
that,
show.
should have went. Yeah. I've never been to watch a stand up. I've never there's the comedy fest. There's like one in like Columbus or something like that.
Yeah.
Like the Funny Bone thing. I've never even been one
Which
of them.
usually gets big.
Yeah, I've never been. I've always wanted to, but I've never done it.
Like you could have went like 2 years ago. You'd have seen a Burt Kreischer and a Tom Segura there.
There, yeah.
Now they're arenas and shit. And I mean, Segura sells more than Kreischer does, but they get big. You know, like you'd still see like a Nikki Glazer and stuff like that there.
She's funny too, but she just. I feel like
hers is very sexual based on.
But I mean, I feel
which is funny, but
I feel like you definitely have to be a girl to appreciate.
Yeah,
I mean, I get it too because I'm not an idiot, but that's basically all of her jokes. Shit that's happened to her.
Yeah, which is funny. But just gets to be a bit much.
She's just I feel like she's just a big storyteller too. Like there's guys who write jokes, and then there's
like Mark Norman writes jokes.
Yes,
Kreischer's a storyteller.
Mm-hmm.
Segura's kind of both.
Yeah.
And Segura's a storyteller, but not like Kreischer's a storyteller. Like, hey, this bit is 27 minutes long. It's like,
back it up a little bit.
Tone that down a touch.
Yeah.
Which I'm still kind of Kreischer'd out, man. Like there was just so much of a blitz of him. Of like,
all
right, you know.
I just think it's funny how all of a sudden these guys that would only do like a Funny Bones comedy thing are just now have blown up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How just kind of quick it had, like the guy had been doing it for a long time before he even was noticed.
But that's always because I'll watch some Rogan. Obviously, I used to watch a lot of Rogan, and then they moved to Spotify, so it's not as easy to get to all the time. But it was kind of cool watching these like comedians that you never really heard of.
Yeah.
And then like, you know, Rogan starts taking them, and then he'll have them on the podcast, and then you just see, oh, this guy has a reach, and they just explode.
Yeah. And the funniest part to me about that is I don't find Joe Rogan funny whatsoever.
I think some of his stuff's good in his stand-up, but it's like if it's an hour,
the
bulk of it's not, you know.
I find him too healthy to be funny.
He talks about that a lot, too. That's why he always wears, it's like a black shirt, and he's kind of more of a little baggier.
Yeah.
And he covers up his tattoos of like, like
I feel like you'd beat my ass, not tell me jokes. Like,
because he talks about that, about being in too good a shape for comedy.
Yeah.
That
fat people are
funny.
funnier. Yeah. I mean, it's funnier when you look, or you have a, like, just some of the, like, people's voices are funny to me. Like, Sam Morril has a very deep, perverse voice that he has. Like, he may not say very funny shit, but it sounds creepy coming out of his mouth, and it's funny, you know?
I'll tell you one, joke writer-wise, and it being the dark side of it, Anthony Jeselnik.
Yes, God, he's funny, too.
Just the normal setup, and then the freaking U-turn and off to the fucking side of a cliff of like, oh my God.
Yeah.
That's funny.
The one where he talks about like he says something about his girlfriend is not very religious or something like that because her dad mounted a crucifix above her bed and then it fell off and it hit him in the back of the head. Like, Jesus Christ.
Well, the baby dropping.
Yeah.
But he's always like, until you drop one. I'll hold the baby. I will.
Yeah.
For a little bit.
Yeah, he's funny too. He's definitely a joke teller though. I mean, he just sets up
kind of the same way like Jimmy Carr.
Yes, yeah.
He's like the American side of Jimmy Carr.
Yep.
You got to get by Jimmy Carr's laugh when he laughs.
Oh, I thought Seth Rogen had a bad laugh. Jimmy Carr's is the worst laugh I've ever heard. Yeah, I was like, oh my God. On my TikTok, I'll get either it was an American show or it was a British show. It was basically just like roast battles.
Yeah.
And I know it was on Comedy Central because I remember watching some of it, but he was like a judge and the camera's just on the two roasters and you hear that laugh in the background. And you're like, what in the hell is that? And you don't realize it until it pans to the judges and it's him.
I'll tell you what, if you find called 8 out of 10 Cats.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a panel show where like they have teams and they play these games.
Okay.
But it's like, they might have a famous person on there, but it's comedians and Jimmy Carr's the host.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's like, and it's like a BBC show. So like,
okay.
they'll say cock and they'll say, it's not, it's like, oh my God, this is freaking hilarious.
Yeah, I find him funny too. Who's the Irish guy? I find he's okay. Is he Irish or Australian? He's Australian.
Jim Jeffries.
Yeah, Jim Jeffries, yeah.
Yeah, he had a good run.
Uh-huh.
Like he had like a three
remember
special
him.
one that was like pretty damn good.
And you don't see much of him anymore.
Yeah, they kind of fizzle out and then just you might not see it because there's 9,000 comedy specials on freaking Netflix and
or they just say something and it gets some
He might have started getting some political stuff too of like, you're a fucking stand up man.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Tell me, make me laugh, clown.
I didn't know Ralphie May died till 2 weeks ago. He's been gone for
he died like 3 years ago.
I know. I had no idea. I had no clue.
Was he shocked?
No, his health.
That is still
I was shocked at how hot his wife was.
Crazy money.
Yeah, I know that, but still.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't say that, but maybe she loved him for who he was.
Maybe.
A 450-pound guy that couldn't stand up.
I had to wear ankle braces when he walked.
Yeah. They always say humor. That's the most attractive quality is humor.
Humor.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
Sure it is.
Sure is.
Yeah. No, I'm not surprised that he's dead, but I didn't know.
That was still
I still see a lot of his clips pop up.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was like memorializing him.
I think I said that before. It was about like an old golf pro or whatever that used to own a golf course and he got into drugs and like, just alcoholic, drug addict, homeless, all this stuff. And his sister and brother-in-law were a member of the previous course that I worked at. And the guy passed away. And he'd say, hey, sorry to hear. And she goes, yeah, it was a real shock. And it was like, that he fucking made it this long?
Yeah.
I literally watched him get out of his car one day and get a fifth of Jack Daniels out of the trunk and drink it like you'd watch in a movie.
Oh, God.
And it was 7:00 in the morning.
Oh, God. Yeah, no, that's...
And she's it was shocking. That he made it to 60? Yeah. Pretty fucking shocking that he got out of his 30s.
Oh, yeah, that's not good. Not good at all.
Yeah, it's still funny.
Yeah, no, it is. It's funny. Really funny.
Been a lot of death on this podcast.
Yeah, well.
Guy kills a cat and fucking...
Everybody knows that you don't fuck with that guy who kills cats. That makes sense now.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, that makes sense now.
What a fucked up thing that was, that documentary of like, oh, my God.
Yeah. This guy kills cats.
The box cutter bit doesn't seem all that fucking bad now.
No, it does not.
Put him in a vacuum pack.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, man.
I haven't looked on Twitter today. Any Deshaun news come out? I know they're still in the hearings.
Yeah, I think they're just still in the hearing. You hear rumors of a year. You don't know if it's true. You hear rumors all kinds of shit. Yeah. Like, the NFL wants him for a year.
100% they do.
No, they should. I mean, they should want him for a year.
They want him indefinite. Which means he's out for a year and then can reapply after a year.
And still be told no.
Yeah. They want that just in case some other shit, kind of like the Ray Rice situation of, 6 games.
Oh.
Then a video and stuff, more stuff comes out. Like,
yeah. Yeah, he may have killed her on that one shot. He's definitely gone. Definitely gone.
That, I wonder, like the Baker thing.
I hear rumors of like trades are almost done deals. They just haven't been the trigger pulled. But I'm like, if it's a done deal, then it would have already happened.
Yeah. Well, there's only 2 places.
Yeah, Seattle or Carolina.
Yeah, and Carolina's probably waiting to see what Jimmy G's got going on. Seattle's the only spot because Jimmy G ain't. They're not trading him to Seattle.
No.
So,
yeah,
I mean, Carolina's not going to pull the trigger. I mean, if Jimmy can't fucking throw the ball, then maybe they would. But
they might trade for him. I just can't. I can't imagine why Seattle hasn't pulled that trigger yet. Because if you've ever seen Drew Lock play, you know he's not going to do anything. He's just not any good. At least Baker has proven that he can win a couple games.
Maybe they have to wait till they get the DK deal done.
Maybe.
Because if they fucking trade for Baker Mayfield, maybe DK says, I ain't signing shit.
Yeah. To me, it's a better option than what they have.
100%. I think he's a good quarterback.
I don't think he's that bad.
You can't gauge him off last year. He had a fucked up arm. I mean, that was hurt all year.
Yeah, I just think you need him doing different stuff than what they had. If you're going they tried to use him. They should have just used him as a guy to hand the ball off. That's what they needed him for.
Yeah.
And then to hit the little ones every once in a while. But then they're like, oh, everybody's loading the box. Let's throw it. But you still ran play action. So that didn't fake. I don't know. I don't think they used him well, even with the bad arm.
McAfee and them keep talking about it, but like when they played Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Of the coach coming out on Thursday and saying, hey, his accuracy's off because he's wearing this sling. He's not going to be able to throw the ball. And then do nothing but throw the ball. Throw it 40-some times.
Exactly. Even though he can't.
Never chip the guy who set the sack record during the game once.
Nope, not once.
And then your two stud running backs you barely played.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
You kind of fucked the guy there.
Mm-hmm.
But there is that point of nobody went to bat for him.
No.
Like when all that shit started, there wasn't a teammate. There wasn't nothing.
Nope. I do feel him very selfish anyway. Like I get that.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot of quarterbacks aren't, especially earlier in their career, because they want the same stuff.
Yeah.
They want they want that, but you'd figure one dude.
Well, that's the TO thing with Tony Romo.
Yeah.
Everybody was shitting over Tony Romo.
Mm-hmm.
But the guys had his back. Like all the players, it's,
Yeah.
Nobody did. Nobody.
No.
And then again, back down in Dallas when Andy Dalton had his head fucking ripped off, nobody even did.
Yeah.
Nobody even helped him up.
Nope. Nope, not at all.
Didn't go after the guy, did nothing, just huddle.
Yeah.
Oh, is he not going to make it back? Okay.
Maybe we should go help him up.
Trainer.
Yeah. Get out there. We got a huddle to do.
Yeah.
You can definitely tell, I wouldn't even call it leadership, but just friendliness.
Yeah.
I guess how good of a person the guy is based off what your teammates say about you. And if they don't go to bat for you, probably not a very good teammate.
Yeah. Well, that's the funny thing is like, he's cocky and all this stuff. Is like the year you went to the playoffs and won that playoff game, you didn't give a fuck.
Yeah. Didn't care he was cocky.
You care now?
Yeah. That he's not doing as well as he did?
Yeah.
The cocky thing, look,
name
a quarterback that's not cocky. Please tell me.
They've been the quarterback.
Yeah.
Since fucking Pee-wee.
There's a fucking quarterback. They have to be cocky. It's part of the job. I don't like that.
I mean, but that's just a Browns fans are so fucking stupid.
They really are.
I mean, it just like, this would literally be like next year, 2 games in and Joe Burrow throws 2 picks in a game going, this fucking guy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Wait, you won a playoff in Pittsburgh.
Uh-huh. You could beat the hell out of them.
You're fucking half a yard away from going to the...
Yeah. From going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would have... If they would have made it to the Super Bowl that year and then turn around and have this year... Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
That is always a thing, too, of like, because with Browns fans, of obviously I know a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
Being a Bengals fan, like, I think at the beginning of this year, I think I picked the Bengals to win, 7 fucking games? I mean, like...
Yeah, you were realistic.
Pretty realistic.
Of it. Yeah.
Browns fans have never, like, back in 2003 or 2005, they'd, get their 7th quarterback of the season, and he'd win the last game. They're like, I'm tell you what, that guy looked good. I think we might make a push to Super Bowl next year with that guy. Like, and it's every year.
Yeah.
Of like, how are you that? Like, you've never done anything.
Yeah.
Ever.
Oh, remember the Brandon Whedon thing? Or not Brandon Whedon, Derek Anderson.
Yeah.
He came in those last couple games.
Yeah.
Oh, now they should have went to the playoffs that year. It's really hard to go 10-6.
It was like such a big deal because he went to high school with a girl that was in Playboy.
Yeah.
Like they did like an E60 on that. I'm like, what the fuck are you?
Weird. But no, everybody was like, oh, he's great.
Yeah.
And went 10-6, and I'm pretty sure he didn't play the next year.
No.
Yeah. It's like, okay. That makes sense. dumbasses.
It's like, well, we think this guy can do it. We think this guy can do it. I'm like, what the fuck? The bad thing is they have such a good team.
Yeah, they do. Wow, do they? And they re-signed Clowney, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That helps.
Pretty good team.
Pretty good team.
Pretty good.
And for what I can remember, they've had decent drafts the last 2-3 years.
Yeah.
They haven't shit down their legs like they used to. Crazy.
It's just a thing of like, well, but he couldn't throw the ball to Odell Beckham. It was like, what? Whether it's true or not, but like you packing all your shit into a guy that may or may not have molested fucking 60 women.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, not a good look. You don't hear anything from the Browns either. Like, you shouldn't, and I'm not saying you should, but
no,
there's nothing. Nothing.
I haven't heard a lot from Browns fans.
Yeah, I know. It's like, we'll just
because they just kind of like sweep it under the rug. Because if he wins, we're okay with it.
Yeah, if he wins, everybody forgets.
It's like that one, I think I told you that. I'd seen this guy on Twitter talking about how he was moving out of Cleveland because of this. He didn't feel safe with his daughter being there. Like, she's probably ugly in the first place.
Yeah.
Of like, and it happened on Instagram. Like, he wasn't finding them on the street, pal.
Yeah.
He'd open the yellow pages and go, here's a masseuse. They're Instagram models that happen to be masseuses.
Yeah.
And apparently he just liked to touch them with his penis and brought his own beach towel. Let me get this thing out here. Can you work the pelvic area?
I've never gotten a massage. I just feel like it would be really awkward.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to.
I don't know if really any of the masseuses are looking at me and going, I'm getting a free look. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't think I have to worry about that. But I would just literally be like, don't touch my lower half. Just the back. Get the back done.
We're in between the shoulder blades. That's it.
That's kind of it. That's all I really need. If you get to the lower back, it's okay. It's strong enough. It's holding up my upper body. We're fine.
It moved.
Yeah. It moved.
That is still the greatest thing of the fucking lawyer. If you get a happy ending and you didn't ask and pay extra for it, that's legal.
Yeah.
Like, fucking what?
What? Yeah,
why are you even saying this?
It didn't look. It's not a good look.
Is this your defense?
Yeah. That's the whole. We had 3 months to come up with a defense, and that's it.
I did like. I'd listen to Andrew Brandt talking about basically breaking down the contract of like. That is fucking hilarious because obviously the signing bonus he already got this year, $45 million. They owe Baker Mayfield $18.5 million.
Mm-hmm.
Jacoby's getting 4?
Yeah. Yeah.
They're like $68 million worth of quarterbacks, and they don't know who's going to take the first fucking snap.
Yeah, I know it.
I feel like you've messed your franchise up.
Just a little. When
just
you were
touch.
You messed your franchise up, and all you had to do was just save face and apologize. That's it. Like once he said no the first time, and I know it's weird, he doesn't understand that either. But you just say okay, and then you move on to what you had. Say, sorry, we were just trying to make the team better. What do you want now?
Yeah,
and then you have Baker, and you move on from it because you already signed for Amari Cooper. You already replaced Odell.
Yeah,
you did lose Landry. So what? But still, you just go on from there. You don't just say, okay, we'll offer all the money that we have.
All of it.
All of it.
I have to put it in escrow.
Yep.
And structure the contract so if he does get suspended this year, he only gets fined $1 million.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Can't touch signing bonus.
Nope.
Only touch game checks.
It's absolutely incredible that they actually agreed to it.
Yeah.
People are getting fired.
No,
you're right.
No, that's an ownership thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
wild.
The
good old Jimmy Haslam.
GM can make but hey, you like literally have to write a check and put it in escrow for $180 million. I think they have to put in escrow. I don't think the owners are fucking happy about that because I can make a lot of interest off this money. You're just going to put this fucking in escrow? Like like I could make money off of that.
Yeah.
Then you have the other owner that just like is like refusing his subpoena to Congress.
Who's that?
Dan Snyder.
Oh, yeah.
They're trying to subpoena him to come in front of Congress. Yeah. He's like, I'm not available.
Yeah.
When come in with Zoom, I don't have internet.
Yeah.
Like, you're on a phone fucking you're getting word back to us. You're on a super yacht.
Can't they just go and arrest them
off the coast
then?
of Italy?
Yeah.
They're not. Is like Italy a third world country now that doesn't have internet?
Yeah.
You don't have a satellite phone?
I do find that weird that nothing has happened to that fucking guy. Nothing.
Well, it did come out like that he got fined $10 million, which is okay. Technically, he's been suspended a year.
Yeah.
Technically, his wife's in charge.
Fix the fucking stadium, lady.
Poop coming out of the pipes.
Poo water.
They can't get anything done with land.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to work with them.
Uh-huh.
So they're like, it's like,
just fix the shit pipes.
Maybe just get somebody else to buy this thing.
Yeah, maybe blow it up and get the insurance money.
Well, that's the thing too. Like with all the people going, or Congress saying, first of all, Congress people asking Goodell if he can force him to out of like. You realize he works for him.
No, yeah,
like I don't like most like people don't understand like.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, well, Goodell should punish him. Fucking how? How often does an employee punish their boss?
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's what he is.
Yeah. He speaks for the owners.
His job is to take bullets.
Yes.
For this shit right here.
Uh-huh. Yeah. That's it.
That's the whole job.
The owners, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think the owners have to vote him out.
It's like 2/3.
Yeah.
Because they did the guy in Carolina. They made him sell.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not going to do that when you're telling, hey, you need to make this guy sell because, hey, this guy had upskirt shots of his cheerleaders, and maybe some of us have that, and we can't make him sell because if ours comes out and they make us fucking sell.
He sent him to everybody.
Think about that of like all that shit that went down with Jerry Jones, of like some sexual harassment stuff right there. You force Dan Snyder, all of a sudden you can make Jerry Jones sell the fucking Cowboys?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't think so.
That's wild. It is. It's crazy. One, it's crazy that it's taken just now for action to have happened.
Yeah.
Because he's been a complete fucking prick for a long time now.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's been an asshole for forever. He's done stupid shit for forever.
Yeah.
It's not the first time that we've heard him do shitty stuff.
No.
Hiding the books. You're hiding the books from the NFL.
And the fact that that's not more of a bigger deal lets me know that like this book hiding shit is just like the regular shit that all the other owners do of like, because they have to have a couple sets of books because you can't show everything.
Yeah.
Because if you show all your revenue, the players get 49% of that.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to move,
And they don't want to show everything because then the players know what they're not getting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you always hear that because the Packers have to because they're publicly owned.
Yeah.
So that kind of comes out of like, all right.
Yeah.
Made $200 million off real estate last year. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not football revenue.
Nope.
Gotcha.
Yeah. The whole behind the scenes thing is wild too.
Yeah. And Cleveland's looking for a new stadium.
Yeah. Yeah.
And want the public to pay for it.
Uh-huh.
For,
And they want a dome.
And then it said it'd be like $1 billion. That's no fucking way that's $1 billion. It's like $3 billion.
Yeah.
For a shit one.
Yeah.
I mean, really?
Yeah.
I'm like.
Yeah, it's not a very nice one. If you're doing dome, you're going all out for dome. I mean.
You're not going to. It's not like you're not going to. You don't go. You're going to get a cheap one because you don't go all out because you're never getting a Super Bowl. They're not coming to Cleveland.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have the infrastructure to even handle it. I mean,
probably not.
With all the hotels and shit that they require for that. Like Indianapolis got one, but they'll never get another one. I mean,
Indy got one?
Yeah, they had a Super Bowl.
Did they?
Can't remember who played in it. The Ravens, maybe.
Okay. Gotcha. What, Lucas Oil got one or the old
Lucas
one?
Oil.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of a deal of you spend this much money, you put a dome in. If you're in a cold weather, we're going to give you one.
Mm-hmm. What you do with it is if it's ran good, if it's ran, I know what you mean. Let's see. USC and UCLA to the Big Ten in 2024.
I didn't see that. When did that happen?
Today.
I haven't been on my phone today. I haven't seen Twitter.
So I texted the my insider.
Yeah.
He said it was a done deal. 2024.
USC and UCLA to the Big Ten in 2024.
Yep. Yeah. I texted him because I saw it on Twitter, and then I just said, "Hey, how true is this?" He goes, "It's very true. Sign the contract. It's a done deal." I said, "Oh shit." He goes, "Yeah." So I texted him back. I said, "UCLA Maryland at noon kickoff with laughy faces." He said one better. What'd he say? He goes, Rutgers at USC on 10:30 at night on FS1.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rutgers as far away as you can fucking get. I mean, do they boot Rutgers?
No, I asked him. I said, "Is anybody getting booted?" He said, "Nope."
That's a massive. Like, obviously, USC is.
Well,
I mean,
he told me
UCLA is still a brand.
Yeah,
but their football's been shit for a long time.
Yes, but you have two technically high-profile coaches.
Big time.
You have Chip Kelly. He's going to be a name for forever.
Yep.
No matter how much success that he's ever had. Then you have the new one in, what's his fucking name? He's so big, I don't remember his name. Lincoln Riley.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're coming into your
so
Big
popular.
Ten now.
Who?
Yeah. Who? And I was told, and he had told me this, he said, you don't understand that because he's like, because you only look at it from the Buckeyes' point of view, that Rutgers doesn't do anything. He said, but Rutgers makes the Big Ten a ton of money.
Yeah, from the Big Ten network,
the network,
because it brings in New York City.
Yes, and that he goes,
that's just on a cable
he's
package.
Like, and they will never leave.
Hey, you want your sports package?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you're getting the Big Ten network.
Yep.
Well, we don't want it. Yeah, but Big Ten gets $1.
Yep.
From all 28 million fucking households.
Yep. And that's what he's like. So they'll never leave.
Yeah,
he said,
same thing with Maryland.
Yes.
At Baltimore.
Yep.
That's.
Mm-hmm.
That's.
Yeah.
He was like, why'd they bring them in?
Money.
Fucking money.
Money. It has nothing to do with competition.
Now you're getting all of the LA market?
Yeah.
All of it.
Exactly. Yeah. Smart move by the Big Ten. It's probably one of the smartest things that guy's ever done. But.
Well, here's the thing, too, of like they were so fucking strong with.
Yeah. Pac-12.
With the Pac-12.
Mm-hmm.
Of like.
The USC maybe.
The fuck is the Rose Bowl going to be now?
Yeah.
I mean, it was already Ohio State versus Utah.
Yeah.
But. But like the Pac-12's got to be like, hey man, we made these deals not to do this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not on our level. You're the Pac fucking 12.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes sense to me that they got out of there.
So the Big 12 and Pac-12 just got to come together.
But the Big 12 just put in all those 4 teams.
Maybe the Big 12 goes after like Utah and Oregon.
Maybe. And just the Pac-12 leaves. Because you added BYU.
Yeah, they added
Cincinnati.
Shit. I mean, Cincinnati's a good ad, but they're market-wise, it's not. Yeah. You get Kentucky, basically.
Uh-huh. And then 2 others. I don't remember the 2 other teams that they added. Boise State.
Boise State.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the
like Houston's.
Teams. Yeah.
Now that the NIL, Houston's they got, money. They got some money.
Yeah. But no, I just have big news. College football, those 2 are going to the old Big Ten.
That hit wrong. Well, the weird thing is how fast.
2024.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Oh, how fast.
Usually that's something like they're coming into the Big Ten in
I thought you meant how fast.
34.
Like I said, 2024 4 fucking times.
Usually, it's always
happen,
like they're not coming like the Texas Oklahoma thing of like they're coming to the SEC. When?
Yeah.
I don't know, like 2026 or some shit like that. I mean, it's.
Yep.
Think about the Big Ten network now. Now you have New York City and LA.
Mm-hmm.
You have the 2 biggest markets.
Yeah. Good for them. I mean, fuck.
They don't have so much fucking money.
Yeah.
They already do, but.
Mm-hmm.
So you go market wise, you have the number 1 fan base market in Ohio State.
Uh-huh.
You have New York City.
Uh-huh.
You have LA.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have a blue blood Michigan.
Yep.
If they somehow signed fucking Notre Dame.
Yeah. It's
all the money?
Yeah, pretty much. All the money north of Kentucky.
Yeah.
And over, realistically. Yeah. I mean, that whole line across the country. I guess LA is like Southern California too, isn't it? USC, University of Southern California, yeah.
Pretty.
My fault.
Unless they misnamed it. Maybe
maybe they
didn't know how far South California went.
Yeah, maybe they didn't.
Not San Diego.
Yeah.
Well, I mean.
But you know what I'm saying, though? It's like that midline, because obviously the South gets the SEC.
Yeah.
But, yeah, all that big, that's big time.
I think Bobby Carpenter put it out yesterday. He's talking about, fan base-wise, biggest fan base. Obviously, Ohio State was won by a fucking large margin.
Yeah.
And like all the people going, fucking Alabama's, because like, buddy, like your state is split in half. Like Ohio, I mean, there's some Michigan fans and shit like that, but it's.
You're a Michigan fan.
Like a Midwest.
Yeah. You're a Michigan fan, 1, because you hate your parents.
Yeah.
Or 2, you were born there and you just moved here. Those are pretty much it.
But it's like, Alabama doesn't own all of Alabama. They own half of it.
Half of it.
Because there's a shit ton of Auburn fans.
Oh, yeah.
And then all the Texas schools. Well, there's a bunch of them in Texas.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Florida.
Yeah.
There's Florida State fans. There's fucking Miami fans.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't, you don't even own your state.
LSU might be the only one to get away with it.
Yeah.
Because it's really just them. I mean, there's no other big schools. But yeah, that's kind of it.
Yeah. And not to mention, it was the biggest fucking college for decades.
Yeah.
Ohio State-wise. They have 50,000 students.
Yeah.
I mean.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm popping a little here on my microphone.
Nope.
I did watch, I guess we're done with college talk. There's not really a lot else to say.
I didn't know if you had heard. You said you weren't on your phone, so.
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
That's big fucking news.
Big fucking news.
Sure, a lot of people pissed off about it.
Probably.
Guessing a lot of people like from Utah.
Yeah.
Of like, hey,
Oregon.
we finally got into a Power 5, and it's like,
nope.
This is gone. Yeah, Oregon loses their coach to Miami, and now fucking USC and them are leaving the conference.
Oregon's a tough one because they're not horrible.
Fucking up there.
Because they're not horrible.
Yeah.
But they're so far in the fucking corner of the U.S. It's like, where else are you going to go?
Well, the Big 12's got to go after them.
They have to go
they
after
need
them.
to be calling today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Them really and Utah, because Utah's not terrible. They're always competitive.
Utah's a good team.
They're always competitive.
They're going to be,
Yeah.
They're on their way up still. They're not there, but they're.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, which we've talked about that for 2 years now. Yeah, the Pac-12 is just garbage.
Yeah.
Like, nobody.
Yeah.
So.
Your second best team, Utah beat them twice by multiple scores.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like it wasn't competitive whatsoever. Utah was up there. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah. And what did you say you watched this week?
That Man from Toronto.
Oh, is it any
it's
good?
Funny.
It's
I
funny.
liked it. I mean,
I find it's a weird pairing with Woody Harrelson and Kevin Hart, but like they're both funny.
Woody Harrelson's fucking
he's
great.
awesome.
And Kevin Hart's Kevin Hart. I mean, he plays Kevin Hart in the movie of like, he's like, this, I don't know, because I don't know. Kevin Hart movies get a bit much from time to, and kind of that Kreischer thing of like, man, you're fucking everywhere. And kind of like how I hate The Rock now, because it's like, there's nothing else. I'll watch this. It's a good watch.
I tell you,
watch.
Kevin Hart had two, and they were very low budget, two very serious, can't remember if they were shows or movies, get put on Netflix. They were both really good. One is about
the quadriplegic where he's a nurse.
I didn't see that one.
With
no,
the
I'm talking about
Bad guy.
No, I'm talking about straight up. They were Netflix movies.
Oh,
one was like his wife died, and he had to basically he was a single father trying to raise the baby.
Gotcha.
It was good. There were obviously some sad moments, but overall good. I didn't, the serious part of him, it was pretty good. I didn't believe it, so I watched it. Another one, it's like he does a show, and then somebody tries to like rob him. Okay. And it's more of like a serious, and then he tries to, it's a little bit of action, a little bit of, it was based off of a fear that he had.
Yeah.
That he thought this was going to happen once he was done with the show, that this would happen. They made it into a movie, and it was pretty good too. But I didn't think he could do like serious stuff. Because Kevin Hart plays the best scared little bitch I've ever seen in my entire life. He's very good at playing that.
Yeah.
That's his thing. And is that what he plays in The Man from Toronto? Like a scared little
kind of.
Yeah, like the ride-along movies?
Yeah, basically The Man from Toronto is, it's one of those like cross-up mistaken identity things and shenanigans and, But yeah, he was in a movie, Bryan Cranston.
I do remember that came out,
because
but I never watched.
Cranston caught a lot of shit for taking that part because he wasn't a quadriplegic.
Oh.
And that should have went to a quadriplegic actor.
Oh, okay.
Which I didn't
know there were any.
I didn't know there were any.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
But like, I was in that time frame of like, he shouldn't be playing a quadriplegic because he can walk. Like,
well, he's an
fucking
actor.
Acting.
He's an actor.
He didn't make meth for real, but you seem to love that fucking show.
Yeah.
Maybe he does. I don't know. Maybe on the side.
I don't know.
I will tell you what. I know you're not a fan of Letterkenny.
Yeah. Not.
The spinoff, Shoresy.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
Is it? I don't even know what it is. I've never even heard of it, to be honest with you.
It is like the main character from Letterkenny, the guy that created the show. He also plays Shoresy.
Okay.
Like on Letterkenny, like you'd never seen his face. He was the hockey player that was always talking shit to the other hockey players about banging their mom.
You did tell me this, yeah.
Well, they did a spinoff, and it's like, but it's an actual, like it's a show. Like there's a story, like Letterkenny's like this. This is has a little bit of that, but it's actually a show about a hockey team. And it actually has a storyline and other characters.
Yeah.
Fucking hilarious, though.
Yeah, I never heard of it.
Because obviously they're Canadian, and they do a lot of hockey talk, and hockey people are the awesome at talking shit, because that's just what they do.
Yeah.
I've watched, there's only 6 episodes, I think it's on Hulu, like 6 half-hour episodes or whatever they are.
Burn through that real fast.
Yeah. I've watched it like twice or 3 times maybe. Of like, it's fucking phenomenal. Give it a watch if you can. I know you're not into those things, but
but I like weird shit. So I mean, like what I'm about to say, are you an Umbrella Academy fan? You know what that is?
Never seen it.
It's weird. It is. It's weird, but it's okay. I mean, I just didn't know. They did it's for as technically as popular a show as it is. They did horrible advertising because I didn't know that it was being released until I just got on Netflix.
Yeah, I seen it on there because it was trending or whatever.
Yeah.
It was like,
I didn't know it was being released that day, and I just happened to be scrolling. I'm like, oh, cool, new season. No clue.
Yeah, I didn't know. I started watching on Netflix. They had that documentary come out about that guy, that Warren Jeffs or whatever.
The doctor?
No, he's the Church of Latter-day Saints. That had all the the fucking 30-some wives, but a couple of them ended up being underage, and now he's in prison forever.
Yeah.
Couldn't.
I had to get that watch.
Well, I started to, but then I just like, okay, I can't fucking do this. It's not. It's just not. It's like enough. It's like, because now it's all about docuseries. There's 4 episodes or whatever. It's like, this should have been an hour. I think it's polygamy. It's like every cult,
and it was relevant.
Yeah, but it's. Every cult starts off off good.
Yeah.
And then power happens.
Yeah.
I need all your money.
Yeah.
I need all your women.
Wives. Yeah.
That's the way it goes.
Exactly.
All of them.
Yeah.
You can pretty much sum that up. And then obviously he had the thing of 2 of his wives were underaged.
Yeah.
Like 14 and 12.
Ooh. Yeah.
So life in prison or
whatever it was.
Whatever, like fucking 197 years or whatever he got.
Well, what was the big crazy one in Texas? Like it was like the FBI was in, or like they were like hoarding guns.
Oh, that's that happened in Waco.
Waco, yeah. There was that little mini series it was called Waco.
Branch
I think.
Davidians, yeah.
It
was a good show.
It was a good show, yeah.
That Taylor dude from Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, he played the guy.
Really good.
Yeah, I had
really
watched it.
Skinny.
Yeah, that was. I had no. I mean, when it happened,
women and children in here, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good. It was like, hey, they won't come out. It's like, well, you fucking tortured them for fucking 3 nights.
Yeah, exactly.
You won't let them sleep?
Yeah.
They're not acting sane.
Yeah.
They weren't in the first place, but then, you kind of made it worse.
But just the amount of weapons.
I remember when that fucking happened in real life. I mean, I'm you kind of just burnt this place to fucking burn people alive.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah. It's like it's bad on both ends, guys.
We didn't think all these fucking chemicals and shit we pumped in here would catch on fire when we fired in smoke bombs. Well,
they did.
I feel like there's flammable stuff that's labeled on those fucking things. Like you should have known that.
Yeah, don't be around sparks.
But that was the other one because I was talking with somebody about that of like the Jim Jones one. That started out because obviously I've watched multiple documentaries on that. He started that in Indianapolis, the church. Started out as a good thing.
Yeah.
It was, I don't know, whatever denomination of church it was.
Mm-hmm.
There was white churches and black churches. And if you had a white church, they wouldn't let any black people in. So he opened a church that would let white and black people or Hispanic.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, if you just, we're all children of God, you can just come in.
Yeah.
That's fucking great.
Uh-huh.
And then, then moves it to San Francisco, and then it starts getting bigger, and then it's, give me all your money.
Yeah.
Bitches are mine.
Yep.
Let's go to Guyana. I killed 900 people.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that was like the Kool-Aid
when
one, wasn't
it? When did you think this was getting a little fucking out of hand? When you killed the senator? Yeah, we shot him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, because one of the documentaries, because like 2 of his kids survived.
Oh, okay.
Well, and one's like real, one's adopted or whatever. Like, like everybody I fucking, like my whole family. every friend I ever had in my life.
Yeah.
It's fucking dead.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus.
Crazy. It was wild.
That was another one, like, they talked about that because that's where don't drink the Kool-Aid saying comes in.
Yeah.
And Kool-Aid was on this thing. It's like, it wasn't Kool-Aid. It was Flavor Aid.
Yeah.
You motherfuckers.
It's crazy how, like, shit like that brings your marketing down.
Yeah.
Like, even with the Corona thing, like, they said, like, Corona.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it dropped sales.
Like,
it's
you're going to get it from drinking beer.
We didn't do this. It's crazy. Crazy how dumb people are. If I drink this Kool-Aid, it's going to have cyanide in it.
Yeah.
Dumbasses.
Could you just imagine being like the marketing department and the PR department from Kool-Aid going, oh, what the fuck? You can clearly see it's Flavor Aid.
Yeah.
And fucking Walmart didn't even exist at that point. I don't even know. Fucking buyer's value or best value.
They didn't even put enough sugar in it to be Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Fuck you.
Damn it.
I'm not going to drink it because your fucking guy keeps running through the side of houses. You have a property. That guy's being in prison. He's fucking tearing everybody's house up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fucking asshole.
Yeah. Yeah, he was. I haven't had Kool-Aid since I was like 8.
Well, that's another one, too. Is like he busts through the fucking wall. He's got an open fucking container, and then he pours it out of his head, which is blood, basically. It was like, oh, there's no drywall or anything in there? Or, I mean...
Blaster.
Strongest glass in the world also? You just ran through the side of a house.
He was the Kool-Aid man. He could do what he wanted.
Apparently not.
Yeah. Imagine if they did, like, realistic
ones. I think he got Me Too'd.
Yeah.
Fucking Mrs. Yoo-Hoo.
Yeah. Imagine if, like, they had, like, realistic stuff. Like, it was, like, a plexiglass box with, like, a lid on it. It took, like, 3 or 4 hits to get through the wall. What the hell is that sound?
So I always love, like, in movies where they do fights, but they do them realistic.
Uh-huh.
Like in Pineapple Express.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like they can't.
Yeah.
And there's another... I don't know if you've ever seen Hollywood Homicide. With
Harrison Ford, yeah.
When they're fighting on that rooftop and, like, they're like, they can barely walk because they're so tired of, like...
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody doesn't know Kung Fu. And, like, after you fucking try to fight somebody for about 20 seconds, you're about
tired.
done.
Exactly. All your energy's gone.
You didn't train for this.
No.
Yeah, that fight scene in Pineapple Express, though.
It's funny. They just throw shit. When he takes him and throws him into the wall. This ends now. You break my sink. Break my fucking door.
That's one of those, like, I like Danny McBride, but then there's some shows that like it. Like, I could never, where he's a baseball player.
Eastbound and Down's hilarious.
I can't.
Really?
I can't fucking do it.
Really?
Can't do it. Righteous Gemstones?
Yes.
Fucking love it.
Really? You like that show?
Love it.
I think I watched just 2 seasons of it.
Yeah, there's only 2 seasons, I think.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, but...
Yeah, because it came out, and then the pandemic hit, and it was...
Yeah, Righteous Gemstones was funny.
Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah, I love that.
Uh-huh.
But Eastbound and Down...
Really?
I can't fucking do it. Like, it's just, like, too much.
Mm-hmm. Well, did you ever watch the Vice Principals one?
I watched maybe 2 episodes of that.
There only needed to be a 1-season deal of it, but I thought it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I remember when that came out. I watched like 1 or 2 episodes of it, and then I just never watched it again.
Yeah, I Righteous Gemstones.
That was because HBO was in because there's another one like a show I gave up on, Silicon Valley.
I've never seen that.
I watched like 3 seasons and then just like quit fucking watching it.
I don't even know what that is. It's
about Silicon Valley.
I don't know what that is.
It's where the tech out San Francisco area, where all the tech companies are.
Oh.
It's a comedy. It's about, a guy that accidentally creates something that's blowing up and he gets a bunch of buddies. Like that TJ guy, the comedian.
Oh,
he was in
like
it,
the guy from Deadpool?
Yeah.
That guy? Okay.
Yeah. It's comedians that are like, it's not a serious show like, they're just,
doing stupid, goofy shit.
Yeah, it's like then they're trying to get it out before one guy and he'd be like the Google guy and then the other guy'd be like the Amazon guy. And he's trying to navigate.
Gotcha. I find that guy kind of funny too.
Yeah.
I've never done a stand-up, but...
Well, that Kamal Nanjiani or whatever, he's in it.
I mean,
like that's where he started getting his... Yeah, like that show, like a lot of people
got big from that show.
Yeah, if you've seen the cast, you'd be like, oh, I know all, they're funny.
Yeah.
But it was just like, I really liked the show. It was just like, when the fourth season came on, it's like, I just never watched it.
Yeah. I get that like that with some shows.
Yeah. Like, I haven't watched the end of Peaky Blinders yet, and it's been out for a couple of weeks, and that's very unlike me to not bust through that. It's only 6 episodes. I mean,
I liked Peaky Blinders, but it gets kind of drawn out for me.
Well, I have to be, like, I can't just casually watch it. Like, you got to be locked in because, like, if you're not paying attention, you can't understand what the fuck they're saying.
I think that's what gets me. Like, I remember trying to binge it when, what is this, like, is it the 5th or 6th season?
Yeah, 6 maybe or something.
The new season with Tom Hardy came on Netflix, and I had watched 2 episodes, and I'm like, okay, but I'm like, I really like Tom Hardy, so I really want to watch these ones, but I know I'm not going to know what the fuck's going on until I get through it. So I tried to binge watch it, and my mind was so melted from trying to listen to these guys fucking talk.
Like the Arthur character of like, if they're playing any kind of music or whatever, it's like, what the fuck did he say?
I don't know what he's talking about. Yeah.
That's kind of say the Peaky fucking Brian.
Yeah. Even Tom Hardy's fucking hard to understand that movie or that TV
which
show.
is weird because like that's you made it that way.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's not how you really talk. Like I feel like that's just like how he talks.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you chose to go that.
Yeah.
Because then you had him, and then Adrian Brody was in a season.
Yeah.
Where he's like a New Yorker, an Italian coming back, like the mob coming back from New York.
I know he was in the first couple seasons. And I don't remember what happens to him. The dude from Jurassic Park, is he actually Irish?
Who? Chris Pratt? The guy from who?
No, the original Jurassic Park. Sam Neill. Is he actually Irish?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I don't do a lot of Sam Neill research.
Me either, but...
So I seen him in the original Jurassic Park, and then in like the third one.
Yeah.
And then I'm not 100% sure I've seen him in anything else.
He was in
I hear the newest one sucks.
I've heard that too, but I haven't seen it yet. But he's like Irish or something in the Peaky Blinders. But it kind of goes in and out.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's just like you know what I mean?
I'm going to guess that he's probably is.
Okay.
Because I feel like if you're in that show, you kind of are.
Have to be.
Yeah. Unless you're
really, really good.
Adrian Brody. Or,
a character that's not Irish. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, especially being a BBC show, that's kind of
that's what I thought too.
Because they don't make a lot of money. That's why that's why they're always only 6 episodes. They only do so many seasons because it's like it's not like TV here.
Yeah.
Like this is how much we can pay and that's it.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like BBC's kind of a tax, I think.
Okay.
Like you just get that.
Oh, okay.
Like you don't, it was something like that. I'd heard that of like, it's just taxpayer. It's like almost be like a PBS.
Oh, okay.
Well, I know they're kind of donating, but it's like a taxpayer thing. That's why it's like, we can't pay you $6 million an episode because we only have 20 grand.
I gotcha.
Kind of thing, you know?
But you recognize some of the actors.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
like his girlfriend the first 2 seasons, she's been in shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Sam Neill. I mean, that guy himself is fucking Scarecrow. He's in Inception. He's in.
Yeah.
I mean, Christopher Nolan uses him.
But he's not.
No, he's not high level.
And like when they did Sherlock Holmes with Benedict Cumberbatch, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's huge now, but Sherlock Holmes is kind of what put him on the map.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't. You get a lot of that of like, hey, you've done acting, people know who you are, and then you do a show and it just boom. Which that's a good show too, Sherlock Holmes.
I never watched that one.
Pretty good.
Good.
I never texted you, but I'm sure you watched the Hero-gasm episode.
Yeah, I did.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I did. You know what? I don't know if it's because it got blown up so much. It wasn't as vulgar as I thought it was going to be.
No.
Like, I feel like they could have went way worse.
Well, I seen that because they knew they were doing this episode ever since the beginning, because obviously it's a big part of the comic book. That show, when the first season of that show caused Amazon to have to start a standards and practices department. Like,
really?
That didn't exist before this show.
That's funny.
He can't fucking do that.
Yeah.
Like, he can't. Like the end of the second season when he's jerking off over New York City, I guess you'd say.
Yeah.
Like, that's supposed to be in the first season, but they're like, hey,
let's see how this goes first. Yeah.
So I feel like they got a lot of stuff shut down. Then I seen an interview with the guy that plays the Deep, and he says, "Yeah, I came to set." He's like, "I've never seen so many naked people in my life." And he says, like one of the grips or whatever, he goes, "Hey man, how's it going?" He goes, "A lot of stuff to see today. I've seen a lot of stuff today."
The guy's dick still bothers me. Like the one that like
it's
goes
always with mother's milk too.
Yeah, it is
like,
get that thing away from me.
Oh my God. And then
I tell you what though, the fight at the fucking end was cool as shit.
Awesome
Fucking fight scene.
That is such a good show. Like,
it is.
Every episode is like, you need all of it. You need all of this.
Yes. I like the
so that's what, episode 6, so there's probably only 1 or 2 more.
I know. I like the dynamic now with Dennis Quaid's kid and the blonde-headed chick. I kind of like that. Now there's, he's not acting like a little bitch anymore. He's trying to be on his own,
but he still does bitch out
bitch
some
stuff. Yeah.
That was such a.
The pervert in me really was pretty pissed off when he like teleported her and you didn't see anything. I'm like, come on, just show her butt. Jeez.
Yeah, that was. Every episode is just so fucking good.
It's so good.
They're so good with it.
So good. Yeah, I
like to the point of too of like I have no fucking clue.
No, I have no clue how
this is going because it's
like I thought. I'm like, are they gonna kill him right fucking here? Because it wouldn't surprise me,
right?
You know what I mean? Like, because I just feel like expect the unexpected with this shit. Like, so I'm like, are they gonna fucking kill him right now? Like, I was like, this is. I know it's towards the end of the season, but I saw a picture of him holding up a number 4 because it got renewed for a 4th season.
Yeah.
So
you
know what I mean? And then obviously they didn't.
Yeah, but now seeing Soldier Boy of like, just buddy.
Yeah. Just there, like, just doing snorting pills and doing all kinds of shit.
Yeah, it's
like, is every soup just an asshole,
terrible.
just terrible person?
Terrible
There's not
person.
one good soup. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it pisses me. Like, I understand why they do it, but if the fact that I can't get all 8 episodes just to be done,
yeah, I know it.
Then I think another one coming out of Chris Pratt.
Yeah,
that is whatever the something list.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually written by a Navy SEAL.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's been on Rogan before and on Jocko Willing's podcast of.
Okay.
He was a Navy SEAL for however long, and he just he went to school because I think to become a commissioned officer you have to have a college degree.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know that it matters what it's in, but I think he got one in writing.
Gotcha.
Terminal list.
Terminal list, yeah.
And while he'd be on deployment and stuff, in his downtime, he started thinking about this and then just started writing books when he got out
cool.
of like, and now Chris Pratt signed on to be this. And it's like, God damn, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'd watch. I'm probably going to watch it. It comes out tomorrow.
It's going to be done very well, I would imagine.
It would have to. I'm hoping they asked him to kind of be a part of it, too.
I would think they would.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, because that's kind of what, like, I'd listen to Marcus Luttrell talking about when they filmed Lone Survivor of the shit they made those guys go through of this is how we move, this is how it does, this is how this happens, and then of just to make so it looks right.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy to me when they do it in movies, like they need to do it in those movies to just to pay respects. You know what I mean? It would look shitty if it looked goofy and they were making a story about like the lone survivor.
Yeah.
Like that's very, to me, that's kind of disrespectful. But the stuff that Keanu Reeves went through just to do John Wick.
Yeah.
Like, you went through hours of like that kind of training, like gun school and this and that. And like, I'm like, well, Jesus Christ. Like John Wick had no budget and it made tons. Obviously that's why they still keep fucking making them, but it's just crazy. You did it for a fictional character.
Well, but it makes sense because, like, when guys watch it, you ever watch? I think GQ does it. It's on YouTube. But they do the breakdown thing.
I've seen a couple of things. Yeah.
Well, Jocko Willink was on one, and they was doing American Sniper.
Oh, okay.
And had the scene where he went out with some Marines, and they were busting down doors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he went up to the door, and he taps his helmet, and that means for the breacher to come up. And Jocko pauses and goes, he'd never do that. He tapped it with his right. He took his hand
off the trigger to
tap his head. He said Chris Kyle would have never done that.
Gotcha.
It's like, but it's just little shit like that. Tap with your left hand. Well, it looks better if he does it with the right because the camera's here. Well, well, you got, people that are actually in the military that are losing their fucking mind.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that is.
I did see that another Navy SEAL guy that I listened to. He's been on Rogan a couple times, has his own podcast, but and he's done a couple of those GQ things.
Okay.
Andy Stumpf is his name. But he was talking about one because they do a lot of SEALs do stuff where they'll do leadership stuff with corporations, just, of like, hey, this is how we do things in, high stress environments. He said they were out there and there was like, I want to say there was 3 SEALs and it was just kind of this retreat thing for this company. And it was like a paintball.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, we went through, played all the games and stuff like that. And there was like 30 people. And he said in the last game, we did us 3 SEALs versus all 30.
Oh, God.
He said we cleared it out. It was like less than 10 minutes and it was all headshots.
Oh, Jesus.
He's like, this is what people that are really fucking shoot. He's like, oh, yeah, we just peeled through the whole thing. They never even came close and we shot them all in the head just for fun.
It is crazy. Just they're good at that shit. I mean, it's
what
just
they
what they do. Yeah.
Those I've watched a lot. Those breakdown things are pretty cool.
Like,
I mean,
it's like watching
this would really wouldn't happen this way.
No, it's like watching Peyton Manning do it or Kobe Bryant do it, or those guys do their sport. These guys are doing their craft of.
Now I'm not gonna watch the one like I need to kind of know, like I'll watch one where Alex Honnold's breaking down climbing scenes from movies. It's like cliffhanger with that. He's like, you can't do that.
Shit.
I mean, but you say this is kind of realistic. I mean, you'd never do it, but you could do it. But
yeah.
I guess if something was going to blow up on the side of a mountain and you needed to get out of there, maybe.
It's funny.
I watched another one where it was on YouTube. And that Alex Honnold. I'm a big Alex Honnold fan. I've watched a lot of his shit.
Yeah.
There's this other guy that's a climber. Like he doesn't climb mountains anymore, but he does like indoor stuff. And he's got like a YouTube channel. And he reached out to Alex and was out in Vegas and they went out and went on a climb together. And it was just this half-hour YouTube thing. And fucking Alex talks this guy into free soloing a wall.
Oh, shit.
No fucking ropes. And it's very, like this guy's a very skilled climber. And it's a very easy wall, I guess, for people like that. But this guy's, he does mostly, he goes, I've seen all your gym work and stuff like that. I've seen what you do on this stuff. And it's, I feel like you're good enough that you can free solo this. And like, dude, my fucking heart, like I'm laying on the couch watching, like fucking sweating still. Like, well, if the guy died, it's probably not coming on YouTube.
Yeah.
And obviously this guy's also doing the voiceover, so I'm pretty sure he made it out of there.
But
it's still that.
Yeah.
And you watch this guy like trying to get, and then like, because Alex has a camera and like he'll climb up ahead of this guy because he always stays ahead in case this guy fucks up, don't fall on me.
Yeah. No, seriously, I get it.
Oh, he told him that.
Oh, okay.
Of like, hey, so he's doing some filming, and then when he needs to climb, there's another guy on the ground filming. It's like, this guy's like making these, and then you see Alex just like, like, man, I fucking do this all the time. And then there's a section where he talks about his friends of like, a lot of people don't come out to Vegas anymore because, a lot of my friends are, they've started families or they're dead.
Yeah.
And he says it just like that of like, because, half his friends are fucking dead because they fell off the side of mountains of like, they're, a couple of them started families and, or they're dead. Of just the way
Jesus,
of like,
just naturally saying it. Like it's
and
nothing.
the fact that he knows of, I'm probably going to die falling off a mountain at some point because at some point in time I'm going to slip.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, man, you just had a kid. Maybe not do that anymore.
Maybe just, teach people.
That is still that fucking movie. That free solo movie is still like,
I've never watched it.
Oh my God. It's great.
That stuff doesn't pique my interest. I don't know why.
And it really didn't me either until like I'd heard an interview with him and then I'll give this a watch. And then watching it going, like I've seen interviews. I know the fucking guy lives, but somehow you can still talk yourself. He's going to fucking fall.
He's going to fall.
I mean.
Yeah. Oh, I think that would be it for me. It's like, no, it's too stressful to watch. I don't want to watch it. Like, I don't want to watch this guy die because in my head I'm thinking, just fucking don't climb it.
And it's weird because you know he's alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I've seen him.
I've listened to him talk.
Yeah. That's the other crazy thing is his hands.
I'm sure they're
like
massive.
His fingers.
They have like muscles.
They look like cocks.
Yeah.
I mean, they are fucking, well, I mean, not my cock, but, somebody that has a decent slanger. I mean, they are fucking massive.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I guess he can hold his whole body weight with 2 fingers, so they probably need to be strong.
Sure, he's strong.
Well, because that was part of that free solo. They have what they call those finger boards so they can hang.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like got this one where he puts like 2 fingers of each hand on like it's just his fingertips and then starts doing pull-ups of
Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I groan getting out of this fucking chair.
Yeah, I have to do the double like lean back, like the lean back and then sway to get up.
I have to take a break while I'm eating just to catch my breath. Oh, shit. God, I can't wait till football.
Oh, I know it.
It's getting tough times in this
I can't wait till
fucking
it's getting
podcast
just
world.
Closer to football.
At least get into camp so we fucking
something.
hear something.
Some, a couple more sightings happen or something.
Because that's the other thing. As soon as Deshaun Watson gets, that's like 15 minutes of an episode. It's like, well, yeah, we kind of figured he was going to get suspended for whatever.
Yeah.
Now, you might get an hour's worth if he got nothing.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, that'd be the bigger story.
Oh, yeah.
I don't feel like that's going to happen, though.
No, he's got to get something.
I feel like he's getting a year.
Yeah.
I'd be shocked if he plays this year.
I would be shocked if he played this year, too.
I think we'll go with that.
Yep.
I don't really have anything else. You got anything else?
Nope. I'm sweaty.
I only killed 1 cat this week, so I got no other stories.
I can't. I haven't beat up the puss in a while.
Proof that you did it twice?
Yeah. That's it.
Okay.
Wideside?